Um, I like stumbled on an Instagram person that did this. I caught on really quick. I got the book.
And did you, upon like RSVPing to this event, did you know you wanted to tell your story?
Well, I knew that I was going to put my name in the hat, but I didn't know how I was going to feel about like this, just being here. Self-acceptance is a very prevalent topic in my life. It's literally saved my life more than once. It will take very little time for anybody to turn on any news feed and find that this is destroying people. And it very much affects me as much as I see it affecting the world around me.
Can you take off your hat? Can you talk about what you think your style is?
When I like the way that I'm dressed, I feel good about myself, and I carry myself better. I work with people that wear $2,000 suits every day, and I don't wear $2,000 suits. Like when the guy in the $2,000 suit has the entitlement or the superiority to look down on, somebody like me, then it feels isolating. This world has designed an idea of what, a good life looks like. If I'm not like falling into kind of what has been prescribed there, then popular culture and media are isolating me. They create a picture of life that is not realistic. I subscribe to it from time to time. I'm detaching myself though, because I'm aware of it now.
Can you take off your shoes? So you said earlier that there have been few occasions upon which self-acceptance has saved your life, like literally.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us about that?
When I was young, I abused drugs a lot.
What kind of drugs?
The better question would be, what kind of drugs didn't I use? I was pretty strictly religiously raised, and at 18, I was taking the step into the world, outside of my kind of parents' control, and I kind of stepped in the wrong direction. I was looking for acceptance. I was just looking for it in the wrong places. I was looking for it with other self-destructive people. I was spiraling fast to a bad place.
What was like a day in your life like at the worst part of that?
There was nothing but trying to get the next whatever. There was nothing but that. It was single-minded, animalistic. I was losing everything. Pretty much everybody was ready to abandon me, my family, my friends. But I remember talking to people while I was still using, and thinking and saying to them something along the lines of, I think this is messing me up. Then it really scared me that I might have been headed down a bad path. I fell into a moment where I could be honest with myself, and eventually that turned into me talking to my mom about it. My mom's a drug and alcohol counselor, ironically.
Did she know what was happening?
She had an idea. She didn't know how bad it was. She took me to a detox. I saw what my life would be like if I kept using, and then I found people that weren't, and I stuck with them.
When you say self-acceptance saved you in that moment, was it like an acceptance of all not judging yourself, or what was it?
Honesty is a practice of self-acceptance. It's one of the
tool.
Yeah, it's one of the tools that leads to it, for sure.
What were you being honest about beyond doing the drugs? Why were you doing them?
It was the isolation. So part of the process for me was, when I became honest, I started interacting with more people that were also honest about it, and then I was freeing myself from that isolation.
What do you feel has been your biggest struggle?
It's insecurity. I just felt insecure being myself, and it felt like people were rejecting me. And then the drugs made me feel not rejected. I felt separated from what I thought was, or what the idea of a good life looked like. Lots of friends, having romantic relationships, success with money, and just being fully and completely expressive, and having everybody be okay with that. And I think I've come to terms a little bit with that world isn't necessarily like real, but part of it exists when I'm practicing kind of the right things.
Did you stop fully doing drugs?
Mm.
Did you do them ever again?
No.
So you said that self-acceptance saved your life a couple times. Was there another one?
I mean, it does today. It keeps me away from that today.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been in love?
I mean, I've been in love a couple of times. You know, I had been hesitant about it. I had been hesitant to accept it when it happened. I have that problem with feelings sometimes that I'm not trusting of them right away. And so falling in love was one of those things. But it was real, and it was beautiful, and you know, I was very grateful for it.
When was the last time you cried?
Aside from yesterday? Yeah. Like 4 times. I see myself in everyone here, and I'm probably not like specifically like anyone here. I'm pretty sure I'm the only guy in this room. The person that talked before me and the 4 people that I saw yesterday, every one of them said something about me.
When do you feel the most beautiful or handsome?
When I'm out in nature and on a subway ride, I have this, like I feel like small, but part of something much, much bigger than myself. And just being appreciative for that moment. Sure.
Why in your body and your skin and your journey, why is it a good place to be?
You know, of the millions and billions of genetic combinations that could have existed in this world, in a universe so vastly big that we can't even like begin to comprehend it, I have the chance to be here, to know life and to know love and to know the beautiful human experience. And in some moments it just is so freeing and so big that I can't use words even to begin to describe it. But it's inside of me, you know? The whole universe is there, and it's given me a chance, you know, to be here, to be present, to be something different in it, to be myself. The more that I'm able to let go of my inhibitions, of my delusions about myself, my delusions about the world around me, the more that I'm looking inside and, you know, and finding my true self, the more real that becomes. And it's special. It's really, really special.
How do you feel right now?
So I feel like I'm part of something bigger. I feel lucky that my name came out of the hat, so thanks.
So much.
Thank you, that
Yeah.
was amazing.